And we're live.
All right, introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, this is our first live show on Spiritual Events Directory, and I'm Miss Clarity. And this is my code, my company. This is Marty. He is, I won't call him an ex-paranormal investigator because I don't think you're ever an ex one of those.
No, there's something that stays with you.
I think you're a previous
Retired paranormal investigator.
Retired paranormal investigator, retired
Hey, Jesse.
paranormal consultant.
Yeah.
And tonight, Marty's come straight to you from his blacksmith forge because he's now a blacksmith, or has been for quite some years. So he's very talented at that. He's also a very talented rune reader, which I often collaborate with him on his runes and my cards, and we are quite in sync amazingly most of the time. So a bit about me. I have a page, Connecting with Clarity, and that's all about coffee oracle readings, and that is done by pretty much I post a picture on my page each day, and those that comment with what they see in the coffee actually get a short mini reading or a short brief explanation of what they've seen in the coffee actually means. So hi Janelle Page, and hi Natasha Numakasma Benson. And Tracy
at the top, yep.
Sorry, Tracy, coming in fast. So if we miss anyone, yes, Jesse, he does have the horns. He's stolen the horns off me. That's actually my backdrop. That's one of my spirit guides. It's actually obviously a deer with horns, or a stag, and I like to call him Bambi, but Marty has actually stolen my spirit guide tonight, so we'll see how that works out.
Yeah.
I won't say what he said last week.
You're waiting for me to say it now.
I am.
Yeah. So tonight I'm a horny old man.
Which is not good. Anyway, hi Irina and Rosie. Welcome. Thank you all for coming. As I said, this is our first show, so I don't know where we're going to go with it. It could go anywhere.
You got to bear with me. I've got a pretty sick sense of humour.
Very. So, so what was I talking about? The coffee.
You were talking about the coffees and what you do with the readings.
And how that works. So, should I post a picture in the comments, do you think, tonight?
Look, I think that'd be a great idea.
Yeah.
Post a picture in the comments.
I'll see if
and how about we get everybody to, or not everybody, but those people that want to tell us what they see in the coffee, and you can give a quick reading of their interpretation of it.
Yeah, okay, so what I'll do...
This could be in for a long night, guys and girls.
Oh, so you've got no faith in me whatsoever.
I have a lot of faith in you.
What a comment. No, I can't do it.
You can't do it?
No, see? What can go wrong will go wrong.
Have you got any of your coffee cards printed out? Michelle is, Miss Clarity, is making a set of coffee cards with different pictures in the coffees and the readings, the meanings that they have.
Oops, sorry.
There you go, a bit of feedback there.
Keep going, sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt your flow.
What she's done is, over time, she's taken the coffee pictures off the page that she runs called Connecting with Clarity. People have a look, they see what they see in the coffee, they tell Miss Clarity here, and she gives an interpretation of their meaning.
Well, I thought I could actually put a comment in and put a picture up, but I don't think that's going to happen. So we might have to wait on that until I need to work out some way to do that, because I'm not technically computer savvy with this type of thing. So we may have to wait on that, but that's okay. Oh, look, there's heaps of... Hi guys, hi Irina, hi Rosie, hi Jessie, hi Pauline, and good evening to you, Melissa, as well. Oh, very slow
Oh, there's
coming
lots more. We
through.
got people coming in from everywhere.
Hi.
So
Hi, Gerda. Good you could join us tonight. Like Turkish coffee. No, Rosie, it's not. It's just normal coffee. Um, so how can I explain it? You know how they normally do the tea readings, and that's a very kind of long. You drink the tea and then you tip the tea out into the saucer and you turn it, and that's the traditional tea reading. And coffee reading's done the same way. Traditionally, coffee reading's done like that too, where you drink your coffee, you finish your coffee, but with the drinks you turn it over and you turn it certain ways, and you think about what you want to know or need to know, or you have a specific question, and then those pictures come up on the inside of the cup. I don't have time for that. I worked out, and like I have a farm and a busy life, and I'm here and I'm there. So what I realized was that in the mornings, because I have my own espresso machine, so I make an espresso, and there was pictures forming in the top of the cup, not sort of in the top of the cup. And we spoke about this on one of our lives on Connecting with Clarity.
Yep.
About seeing these messages in the cup, which is a bit like a form of pareidolia, which Marty knows about from paranormal investigating, where you see things, suggestion of things, and it's the same as the clouds, when you see things in the clouds, and sometimes there's a message for you, because you might be thinking about things or stuck on something or really worried about something. I don't know, today I was traveling back from Melbourne, had a really busy day as well, visiting family, and I was really concerned about things. And in the clouds, as clear as day, I could not believe it, there was the number 7 and number 3, number 73 in the clouds. And this is the same type of thing that I see in the coffee, or people see in the coffee. And I might see a goat, but someone else will come along and say they see a squirrel or something like that, and I can actually give them. Oh, you've got one on your phone.
Just pulled up an example for you on the phone.
Well, because I can't post
just
it.
Hold that up.
Yeah, but they can't see that.
You can't see it.
That looks like a big blurry thing.
That's all right. It suits me. I look like a big blurry thing too.
Yes, sometimes. No comment. So today I saw the number 73, clear as day, in the clouds, and I thought, that can't be a coincidence, because nothing's a coincidence. And how often do you see numbers in clouds? You often see fluffy dogs and ducks and dragons and things like that, but you don't see numbers. And I did see a number, and it really was a great message for me today about staying connected. And see, Natasha grew up reading Lebanese coffee, so that would have been really interesting, Natasha. Yeah. What do we got here? And
someone just said they have a coffee addiction. So do I.
I've tried posting in the comments, and I'm not sure how I do that, if I try and do that here, but it's not letting me post an actual photo in the comments. So it's coming up with emojis and things like that, but I'm not able to post a actual, and I'm trying to do it separately, and it won't go there as well. So there's something I do not know at this time, but that's okay, because when the coffee oracle cards are actually done, because they're actually in the motion of being made, or and I'm kind of halfway through, so soon I will have those coffee oracle cards where we can actually shuffle and draw those, and they will be available. So, and those are based on the pictures of the coffee and what people have commented on my page. So it's actually stuff that will most common posts, or the most commented on posts that I've had on the page about the actual coffee reading. So there's so many comments coming in, I can't read them all, I'm so sorry. We are giving away a free 30-minute reading tonight, which will be a face-to-face on Messenger or something like that, and we'll be done. We'll draw that at the end of the night.
Yeah.
At the end of the hour, and I was really hoping we could actually post an actual photo, and that's not going to happen because nothing is happening. So
instead of wasting time trying to work out how to do it,
because it's not working.
let's just get on with the
Okay.
show, eh?
Let's just do it.
Yeah.
And we've got 33 viewing, which is my favourite number.
Yeah, mine too.
Why is it your favourite number?
33. Oh, that's the number of an ascended master.
That's right. So, guided by an ascended master. I have to actually, you're actually hogging the screen.
Oh, I know, but I've got to have my horns on, right?
I have to do something about that. All right, well, seeing as we cannot pull up a coffee picture,
And we
actually,
can't say hello to everybody in person, so
no.
we'll just say, "G'day, everybody."
Yeah, and no, we won't just do that. We will actually pull someone up and do a card or a. Well, I did say you were a master rune reader.
Yeah, well, you keep saying that. I'm going to have to live up to it one day.
Yep, you are. So we might do the runes. Did we actually talk about the pareidolia thing?
No, we didn't.
All right. Do that, and then we'll get on to
in the paranormal field, pareidolia is where people see something from the power of suggestion, or they see something that isn't really there because they will themselves to see it so much. Kind of like what happens with Miss Clarity's coffees, although I believe that with Miss Clarity's coffees, people actually see the image that responds or that will bring the message that Miss Clarity needs to impart to you.
Well, I try.
So you're going to put me in the middle of the screen even more.
I'm trying to work it out. There you go.
Better.
Here I am. I try. I do try to actually do that. Well, that's very hard because I never tune in to people without their permission.
And that's like just a common courtesy that really you need to have and to give to everybody.
It's something that I do not do. So I have to have permission to actually tune in. So most of the readings are done on the page are lighthearted, they're fun. Sometimes they're tongue-in-cheek as well. Yeah, so I don't get too deep into those on the day. If I really feel there's something that I need to talk to someone about, I might inbox them and say, hey, maybe we need to talk about that a bit further, but I try not to do that too much either. So we've got quite a few comments here.
Yep. Everyone's on there saying g'day.
Lebanese coffee, that's quite strong, isn't it, Natasha? That would be quite strong, and you definitely would have to do that, like tipping the cup over and reading the drinks. Yeah. Whereas because I didn't have time, it's just like do my coffee and I would find there would be pictures in the top of it, and I go, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, just in the cream on top of the coffee, cappuccino.
Yes.
Sometimes in the chocolate sprinkles on top.
Sometimes from the chocolate sprinkles on top. Actually, there's one of which was some people thought was a bear and some people thought was a badger, and it was quite uncanny. It was almost like a pencil sketch done in the coffee, but it was just from the coffee sprinkles on top. So, shall we
pick somebody
and just pull a card and a rune like we did before last week?
Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get on there and without looking, I'm going to scroll the mouse up and down.
Yeah.
And wherever the pointer lands, and this is a bit like being show spinning the wheel, isn't it? That's who's going to get a card, and we have Kirsty Hayes.
Okay.
So Miss Clarity, would you like to pull a card for Kirsty, please?
Well, as you have just said Kirsty's name, a card actually did flip out.
Yeah, I know, I saw that. But everybody else didn't, so I suppose you have to explain it.
No, it did flip out. And what came out was the Two of Water in the Angel Tarot done by Doreen Virtue, which talks about a relationship that continues to grow closer. It also talks about forgiveness and the positive resolution of a conflict. So this is the card, if you can see that. They're actually under the water, so there's a lot of water, of course, is emotion. And there's two mermaids with what looks like to be an orca whale, I think. Doesn't look like a dolphin, but it's some sort of large fish with a dorsal fin. It looks like a some sort of whale to me, and they are kind of comforting that whale underneath the ocean, which is water, which is about emotions and deep emotions as well. But the good news is that there is an end to that conflict, and there's forgiveness there. And
The key to it is love.
oh,
Yeah.
did you pull the love ring? You have to show them that. Did you pull that while I was talking about that, or did you just actually...
No, I just pulled that. I just
Okay.
reached into my little bag of tricks and I pulled out what I see as being a love ring.
Marty has pulled the love ring.
It also represents water
And the flow.
and the flow of the babbling brook.
Going with the flow.
That's right. So the key to it is love, which, as we all know, is the key to life.
Well, love is the key to the resolution of any conflict, actually. And Kirsty, was it Kirsty that we were doing?
Yes.
I don't know if that resonates with you or not, but there is a positive resolution to what is actually going on. And that's right, what Marty has said when you pull that room. Love is the key. And forgiveness is the key. Forgiveness is the most powerful thing. And whether you have to forgive yourself or somebody else, forgiveness is extraordinarily powerful, especially with people that you actually love. So
some people say that when you forgive other people, it's not for their benefit, but it's for your benefit, for your own peace of mind, that you can then put it behind you and grow both as a person and spiritually.
I agree. I don't think you can move forward without forgiveness. Like, even if someone has really wronged you and it was the wrong thing for them to do, holding on to that resentment is only going to make you bury yourself deeper at the bottom of the ocean, and you can't breathe down there because everyone needs to come up for water.
So the last thing
for air.
everyone needs to come up for water. Well,
Sorry.
I suppose when after a long day in the forge, I definitely need to go and get water.
I need water now. Why didn't we bring water? So
I was too busy setting my horns up.
Okay. All right. Are you going to do your rolly dicey thing?
My rolly dicey thing again?
Yep.
Here we go. What am I dicing now? Carrots, cucumbers.
I don't know. I'm going cross-eyed looking at it.
Okay, hello. We got Gerda.
Hello, Gerda.
Hi, Gerda.
Right. I forgot to shuffle. Your turn. You go first this time. I'll shuffle.
I'll go first this time.
You go first,
Wow.
and you pull a rune, and I'll do a card.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh my gosh.
Then we've pulled is Thursdays. There we go, right there.
Please explain.
Please explain. Ooh. Good thing you haven't got red hair saying that.
Don't get political.
Oh no, we can't get like that, can we? Sorry. I'm a blacksmith. I'm as politically correct as a house brick. So.
You resemble that.
Oh. Yeah, I've been told I've been built like a brick something house. Now, there is as Thor's rune. It's TH rune. It is an aggressive rune. Alright, and it is a strength rune. So, to me, at the moment, the rune says to me that you're feeling a little bit vulnerable, and you need to find a safe space to protect yourself a little bit, and you're also finding yourself cornered where you feel that you may have to be aggressive to protect yourself.
Okay, that's interesting. I actually got the Chariot.
Well, here's another thing. Thor travels around the world
On a chariot?
on a chariot.
So that was in sync, wasn't it?
Yeah, but Thor's chariot doesn't have horses. Thor's chariot is pulled by goats. And the interesting thing about that is that at the end of the day, when he camps, he kills the goat, he eats the goat, puts the bones back in the skin, and the next morning the goat's alive again.
Oh, that's disgusting.
In Viking mythology.
Oh, that's not bad.
Now, the other thing is the wheel on Thor's chariot. Alright, Thor's wheel.
Yep.
Is in the shape of what they call a swastika. But swastika is not actually bad. Thor's wheel means forever gaining knowledge as it's spinning.
Okay. Well, I pulled the Chariot when you pulled that. This is still for Gerda, which is about self-discipline and willpower, and important achievements. But I think the important thing about the Chariot is to realize that, especially, it's drawn by a black horse and a white horse, or a black goat and a white goat.
Yeah.
Which is even more difficult, because you imagine how hard it is to control two goats.
Yeah, actually I can. I just put a whole heap of them away in the paddock tonight.
They are the most ordinary, stubborn creatures. Would be much easier to sometimes. So what that's talking about is actually having a balance between the light and the dark, and managing the light and the dark. So that can be quite a hairy ride, as you can imagine, trying to balance those two energies, the dark and the light.
Yeah.
And that's what the Chariot is like. It does talk about movement forward, but it's quite forceful movement forward, isn't it? So it's also in this pack the number 7, which is the karmic number as well. So that's pretty much a destined thing meant to happen, and it's an important change that's coming about, or an important movement forward that is coming. So again, hold the reins, take power, take control, and move in the direction that you want to move in. Don't let the Chariot take you where it wants to take you. You need to take control of those horses or goats, whatever on your chariot. You need to take control and steer them in the right direction. Clear?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You agree with that?
I do.
Okay. Excellent. Alrighty. Time for you. She wants Thor and the goats. You'll be sorry. When I was a kid, I had a billy goat and I had a cart, and he forever ran me up a tree. And that's what I'm talking about not taking control. Because you'll end up the tree. So take control. Billy goats are very, very difficult.
But the good thing is,
oh look, we got someone from Ireland. They've even
billy goats have got horns, so you've got like somewhere to tie the ropes on to steer them.
This one didn't. All right, are you going to spin the thing? You're welcome, Gerda. Thank you. Oh, Jessie loved goats. She grew up with them and they're beautiful, fun to milk. Ours would always kick over the bucket or poo in it. Yeah.
They certainly do.
Just when you're getting enough to do something with, and then boom, it's like, yes, they're trouble.
No, don't worry, we both love goats too.
We do. All right, so time to spin the wheel again.
Time to spin the wheel again.
Time to
Here we go.
spin the mouse.
Spin the mouse wheel.
Spinning the
Up
mouse.
and down. Let's pick somebody at random.
Let's pick someone at random. No, you pick someone at random. I'm trying to write them down so we don't double up with your spinning.
Okay. We had Deb Libby Dyson.
Deb Libby Dyson. Hi, Deb. Must be my turn to shuffle first, is it?
Yep.
Okay, one card. What does
Well, that one just jumped out.
Excuse me. Attack from the card. Okay. Oopsie. Alrighty, Deb Libby Dyson. So I have pulled the. Oh, you see that light's really bad in here. I will try next week to try and get some better lighting so we're not so fuzzy. Is the Awakening card, and that's all about looking at things from a different perspective. So what it's saying is that you may be feeling like you're in a standstill at the moment, and what they're actually telling you is that it is temporary. It is important to be yourself. However, you need to look at things from a different perspective, and that will make all the difference. It's like when I say different perspective, it's like looking at a cup and saying it's half empty or saying it's half full. That's what they mean about a different perspective. If you can just look at things in a different way and see the blessings and not
Whether it's half empty or it's half full, either way, you've still got something to drink.
Yes, it's true. Most people would say you're missing the point because the cup's refillable.
Oh no, I'm not missing the point. I've got them growing out the side of my head here. Look at this. I've got horns.
You have, like your billy goat. So what rune did you draw so we can discuss that?
Course quest and karma.
No, but I didn't. Oh, I've got it. Okay. All right. It's this one here.
Okay, C rune. It also it's the rune that represents the C, the K, and the Q in the runic alphabet. To me, it's course quest and karma. It's also a protection rune.
Okay.
So, for me to have drawn that upright, the course that you're on seems to be a good course at the moment. You seem to be travelling well. You do have some sort of a quest, something you're working on. And that's good. We all need something to work on. A little bit of protection for you there on your way. So, not really much I can add to what Miss Clarity has said there.
Well, for Deb, I just might add that this particular card is assisted by Archangel Gabriel, which is about communication. So this could be about the way you're presenting yourself, the way you're speaking. So yes, when an awakening happens, and it is a number 12, which comes down to a number 3, so it is about creativity as well. So, and when we talk about creativity, that could be creativity of speaking, it could be, drawing, it could be writing, any of those creative arts. And there's obviously, from the rune that Marty has drawn here, that is something that you're drawn to do or that you're meant to do. And if you can just change your perspective on that, because you might feel that you're stuck or you have writer's block or you're stuck to speak about it or you're stuck with ideas, that if you just change your perspective, that will become unstuck and you'll move forward. So it's definitely something you're meant to be doing. I hope that resonates with you, because it seems like something you should be doing and meant to be doing.
Yep.
So you just need to look at it from a different, get a different Just get a different perspective. If you're stuck, go for a walk.
That's right. If you get stuck, it always pays to stop what you're doing, stand back,
Put it down.
look at things,
Yeah,
take a break, and then go back with a fresh approach.
exactly.
There's a lot of love getting around tonight. You know how I can tell that?
All
There's all these little hearts coming up on the side of the screen.
All right. It's your turn to roll.
I just did.
Oh, who did you roll to? Sorry.
We have Tara Taz Byrne, is it, from Ireland?
Hello, Tara. A great name from a girl from Ireland.
Yeah.
She's even given us a green heart.
Oh, lovely.
Are you going to do your Irish accent, or are you?
No, I'm pretty bad at the old Irish accent.
Or it's your turn to do a rune first.
Sounds Irish and Scottish and Australian and everything else mixed in between, which is a bit like me.
Oh, I thought you were going to entertain us with an Irish joke.
No. I think that would be in poor taste tonight.
No. That's what we're about, poor taste.
No, that's what I'm about. You're the tasteful one. I'm the one with poor taste.
I don't know. I can go there too.
Well, look at me. I've got horns. What can I say?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So what do we got here? Hello. We have the Y and J rune that's come out.
Do you want me to show that?
You can show that if you want. And the runic alphabet that symbolises a Y and a J. They both actually have very similar sound in a lot of European languages. It has a few meanings. To me, the meanings are both either balance or time. So at the moment I'm getting more of a balance thing. So
Okay.
maybe things are a little bit out of balance at the moment for you.
Yeah, because
Tara?
this particular card that flew out of the pack whilst you drew that was this one. Oh, sorry about the lighting there, guys. They are pretty cards. They're pretty worn out too, I might add, because I've used them a lot. But it was the Empress card. But she came out upside down. She came out reversed, which suggests to me that you're not nurturing yourself. You're not looking after yourself. Excuse me. You're not following your dreams, Tara. And this seems to be a bit of a cycle with you as well, that you have these dreams and but not looking after yourself seems to get in the way. So whether you're too good at giving away to others and not giving to yourself.
So the other thing with balance is that to be truly balanced, one must nurture both the mind and the body. Okay, so without a healthy body, one cannot have a healthy mind. Without a healthy mind, one cannot have the drive to keep themselves and their body in a healthy state. And the two working in synergy with each other create a wonderful balance that allows us to raise our vibrational level. That's a funny grin you've got there.
No.
Every now and then I come out with like
something
that just shocks people because you wouldn't expect it to come from, an ugly bearded blacksmith.
with horns on his head that he stole.
Well, what's worse? I've got flames here, I've got horns.
No. Yes, I agree. And again, Archangel Gabriel's come out again. She's featuring here tonight as well, which is about expressing yourself, finding the joy in things, and finding joy in your creativeness. So the Empress normally is, she carries the energy of all the queens, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. So she's very well rounded and very creative and very good at nurturing. But when it comes out upside down, it suggests that perhaps you're not looking after yourself. And until you actually do that, What are you looking at me like that for? And then this seems to be so Marty, because Marty's drawn this rune out and he called it the, what did you call
The
that?
Y and J rune, to me, it signifies balance. It can also mean time.
Time. To me, that symbol looks like a cycle, that things keep repeating themselves or going round and round. So there's a, yeah. So
See,
interesting.
this is an interesting thing that with runes and cards and a lot of things, there is set meanings that people have. They read out of a book, but when you're doing a reading, I find it's best to be intuitive and go with your feelings along with the meaning of the rune or the card or whatever, because that way you're actually getting the true message that's supposed to come across.
Two heads are better than one.
Especially when one's got horns. Look.
You stole my antennas. You realise that, don't you?
Thanks, guys. Yep, they do look awesome, don't they?
Don't encourage him.
So we could say we've got the goddess and the haunted one here.
That's bad. So bad. Very bad. All right, you need to scroll again. I hope that resonated, Tara from Ireland. It was so nice for you to be here all the way from Ireland. And I hope that resonates and that you do actually, well, you are looking after yourself. Self-care first. It's like, it's great to go around nurturing everybody else, but you've got to make sure there's enough left in the tank for yourself.
Okay. Kaz Watson.
Just because she said the antlers look awesome.
This is the lady that loves my horns.
Yeah, well, they're actually my horns. Is it my turn to go first?
Yeah.
All right. Well, this one's come out.
As you can see, look, we have a lot of fun here. There's a lot of laughter here. Laughter is the best medicine for everything. It's good to be jovial. It's good to have fun. It raises your level of spirituality. It raises your vibrations.
Raises your endorphins, all the good stuff. So this is for Kaz Watson. Get your mitts off my card.
Hold it in the right spot. Sorry, my hands are still pretty grubby from
Blacksmith
working in
shop.
the forge today.
All right, so we've got Page of Earth for Kaz Watson, which is about Page brings messages. The page brings messages, and she's a cute little fairy. This one.
And Page actually.
And she's bringing good news about financial matters. You got to pull your rune too before I get too far in there. Otherwise, don't forget to put this one back in. Oh.
Now I've got to put my glasses back on.
You sure have. It also talks about a new area of study.
I can see myself now.
Yeah.
Good thing I grew a beard. You know why I've got the beard? Because I'm so ugly that I have to have it. That way I don't scare the women and small children. Actually, that's not true. The truth is, I'm so incredibly good looking that I had to have the beard to give all the other men a chance.
None of those are correct.
No, I know, but I like to have a bit of fun.
You're terrible.
I am.
You're awful, Muriel.
I resemble that.
Yes, you do. You
Okay.
interrupted me. Okay, what did you pull?
Victory and Worth.
Oh. Again.
What do you mean again? We haven't pulled that one tonight.
Oh, no, that's right. That was Thoraz, wasn't it?
Thursdays.
See, you're worse at it than I am.
So that's the rune of Victory and Worth. If there's a project you're working on at the moment or something that you're looking at doing, the runes say that there is a win for you there. So that's a good thing. And it also coincides with Miss Clarity's card, which is, scholarly, dependable, patient, successful, so the success and everything. Yeah, well, we do seem to be pretty in tune with each other, don't we?
So the page talks about wanting to come in and step out and do something a bit more challenging, and don't flip that up and down.
Why not?
Healing family roots. She's been neglecting herself through the process. Justice and joy. Well, the page has come in. The page of Earth has come in to say that perhaps it is time to go in that direction that you're wanting to go in, and maybe it's time to do something for yourself. And I get that you're trying to heal things. And what was this one again? What's it's victory and worth?
Victory and worth.
So it means that Kaz is really looking for some victory and worth because she's feeling wounded.
Yeah.
Which she's just said. And the page of Earth and this one suggest that yes, you can be successful at whatever you want to pick up. Kaz?
Or whatever it is that you're working on at the moment. And I've just been told to behave myself. Behave myself? There's no fun in that.
That's from Gerda the goat lover.
Hey, we got lovers too.
Yeah, be patient, Kaz.
In the good way.
But if there is something that you have in the back of your mind that you would like to try, like to achieve, this is suggesting that you can do that. So go after that. Go after that more challenging thing because you can actually do it.
And work at it. Look, with the right attitude, being positive about everything and putting in the hard work, you'd be surprised about what you can achieve.
Yeah, I'm actually going to ask for a bit more clarification on that. And then another page comes out, would you believe? So the page of Earth is about, you know, the physical stuff. And then the page of Air has actually come out, which is about being logical and impulsive and curious. And even if there's delays to the plans, don't get too much in your head about that. Stay grounded and know what it is that you actually want to do and formulate the plan and go after it.
There you go get them.
Yep. Oops, did I go somewhere?
Now, am I just doing the big flick around thing again?
Yeah, you're doing the big flick around. I was just having to see if there was any
I did, and Isabel came up.
Isabel.
There we go.
Isabel, are you talking about Isabel that I can't pronounce?
That's the one.
Can you say it? Is it my turn?
It's Isabel asking about her career.
Okay. Oh, yeah, there it
Something's
is.
jumped out for you, Isabel.
Yep. Definitely did. And I'm going to wait for you.
Oh, isn't that nice? You're always waiting for me.
I'm a gentleman.
No, you're a lady.
Hurry up.
Well, I've got to reach into my little bag of runes. Okay.
This is Isabel. Okay. Whoa. Okay.
Now we've drawn email. Rune female energy here. And that signifies basically the woman, the female energy and that sort of thing. So maybe there's a woman that is you're working with. It's come up, right? So I wouldn't say that you have a problem with, but there's definitely there's a female energy involved in your career. And what have you got there?
Well, I've drawn the King of Fire, which is the King of Wands in the traditional pack, and I'm trying to get that in the right light. It's quite don't do that. I'll slap you. So it is the King of Fire, and he's coming in on a massive big dragon, and it talks about motivation, ambition, and charisma. And basically that talks about focus, commitment with vision, and to be a leader. So Marty's drawn the female rune there, and I am, my beliefs or what I'm sensing there and what's coming in for me is that perhaps you're sitting too much in the female energy and you need to take up a bit of this fiery male energy. So balance that up a little bit.
No. There's some good fiery female energy too.
Well, this is the male energy, and it's.
Well, then there's a balance, isn't there?
That's what I just said. You're not listening. You can go to the back of the classroom because you're not listening.
Oh, do I get a pointy hat?
No, you get horns.
I've already got them.
So, as regarding your career, Isabel, that focus, go after what you believe in, become the leader. Okay, perhaps female energy tends to be nurturing. They tend to sit back. They tend to be a team player, and often miss out on opportunities because they're too important in that role. This card suggests that you need to push yourself forward a bit, step into the male side of things.
I'm getting the feeling that you're not getting a lot of peace in the workplace. So I feel that you need to actually create the peace that you need. You want to take a step back or take a step forward. And there's a look at the situation, take a step forward, be assertive. So yeah, step back, assess the situation, step forward, be assertive, find your peace so that you can actually work and be happy.
Hope that's helpful, Isabel. Excuse me, got a frog. Isabel can relate to that, so we need not to say anymore. Yeah. Okay. So, are we scrolling up and down? Is it my turn to scroll up and down?
You're scrolling up and down. I'm not.
Scrolling up and down. Okay. So we will do someone else.
Never try and focus on that. When there's someone scrolling up and down, even with glasses on, it becomes blurry.
Okay, watch. Look at me.
Well, that's easy
Stop.
to do.
Okay, so Lynn, I have stopped on Lynn Hume. I can't help seeing the comment below, which is Emery Willis. I see signs in soap suds or when leaves stop to form a shape. Yeah, exactly, Emery. You would love my Connecting with Clarity page because we do that in the coffee every day. Except for this morning, I didn't post coffee this morning because I was too busy. So
that's why I miss my coffee reading. I look forward to those readings every day, you know.
I was slack.
While I'm waiting for my forge to heat up to start work,
I know.
I go to my phone and I have a look. Oh, what's the one today? Let's have a look, see what I can see in the coffee and get my message. I missed that.
Quit yabbering and draw a rune for Lynn.
See, now I'm being told.
It's your turn to go first.
My turn to go first.
Yep.
Alright, so we need Lynn to draw a rune. So we'll just... Oh, no, we can't. You can't draw one through there. I'll draw one for you.
Well, you've got the horns, so your job is to pull the... Oh, goodness me.
The P rune. The Hope rune. So, Lynn. The Hope rune. You've got some hopes about something. You're anticipating something to happen. Hope is actually one of those things that is a feeling that we have that gets us nowhere. Hang on, listen to me, hear me out.
Oh, you're in for a slapping.
I know. So there's certain words that we say in our language, and they are want, wish, hope, need, and try. Right, now these words are feelings that we have and feelings that we experience when we want something or need something or hope for something. But every single one of those words leaves us an avenue for failure. You can either do or you don't do. Here's an example, all right? Try and take this pencil out of my hand, Miss Clarity.
Why?
I want you to try and take the pencil out of my hand.
No, this is going to end badly, isn't
No,
it?
it's not. Go on. Now, what did you do?
I took it.
Right.
No.
Pass it back. Right. Now, try and take the pencil out of my hand again.
No, this is going to
No,
end
go
badly.
on. No,
I
it's
don't
not.
like these lessons.
Now, what happened?
I
Right.
can't.
That's right. You're not taking it. So you either do or you don't do. It's great to hope for something. It's great to have wishes. It's great to want something. It's great to need something. But you know what? It's an even greater feeling to work for it and to actually achieve something.
Which comes to the card that I drew for you, Lynn. And that is the Three of Wands or the Three of Fire. And if you can see that, there is a person sitting there with their dragon, their protection behind them. So the dragon is protecting them. But it's talking about vision because they're actually looking out to the horizons and imagining what could be or what could be coming up. And they're imagining things to be good. They're imagining all the good things. They're imagining abundance, and they're being patient about that too, and they're making long-term plans, but they're actually visualizing. So they're actually sitting there and looking at the horizon. They're visualizing exactly what they want in life, which I think really does relate to what you actually just said, even though I think you're a nutcase.
Who me?
The way you said it.
I'm as mad as a hatter.
As mad as your horns. My horns. So that card actually does relate to that actual rune as well, and I agree with that. Hope is a great thing, and no one should ever give up hope. But if you really want something, and visualizing is a huge step to actually receiving that abundance or whatever it is that you're wanting.
So visualize it,
Yeah.
See it as it is going to happen, be positive, be willful, will it to happen. Okay? Turn that hope into a positive thing, will it to happen, and manifest it within your life.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is good. I just want to, before you spin the dial again, because, sorry to butt in, but
Well, we've got 7 minutes left, so.
I know. Margaret Curry's saying, why am I having bad dreams at 3 or 4 a.m. in the last 3 days? So I just... What were you going to say? I'll say you say. You say I say. What?
What? You said you wanted me to say what? No. Look, dreams at 3 and 4 a.m. Is there a recurring 3 in the times that you have the dreams? Is there something that like resounds with a 3 constantly when these dreams occur, please? Can you just fill us in a little bit on that?
Yeah, and I'm just going to say that the veils are actually quite thin right now, and that there's a lot of dream work going on, and a lot of it is clearing stuff up. So don't be frightened of these dreams, because they could be just woundings, past life woundings that are coming up for healing, and it is a good thing to look at them and realize it, but just let it go as well. There may be some work you need to do regarding them, and as Marty just said, and I agree, if something's come up 3 or 4 times, there's a message in there for you.
Especially if there are 3s resounding, and if there are, Margaret, is there any chance that you could inbox the Connecting with Clarity page so we can have a little bit of a chat more on this? Being a retired paranormal investigator, I'd like to follow through with this.
Yeah, and I agree with that. And I have done dream interpretation as well, and I'm very interested in having dreams, especially repeating, if they are repeating ones, because there's definitely a message there that you need to receive, and that so that you can let that go and clear that up and move on to better things. And that's all it is. It's nothing to be frightened of. It's just something that's come up for clearing, or something like that. So it's a subconscious thing that.
Yeah, so the subconscious mind sends messages to the conscious mind in kind of a cryptic way. So
Yeah.
it's not exactly a clear information path. But
No.
please give us a message on the Connecting with Clarity page, and I'd like to talk with you a little bit more about this.
Yeah, we
See
can perhaps
if
clear
we
that up.
can help you out and help you through it.
Yeah. So,
Bad dreams are
time
pretty
for
horrible.
one more reading, and then we'll draw our winner for the 30-minute reading.
Okay.
Yeah. So you scroll away, haunted one.
Okay. Yeah.
Sarah Marie.
Sarah Marie, we might have to find a new way of doing these, picking these readings out.
Why?
I think.
I think it worked just fine.
Okay.
Sarah Marie
I'll
Joyce.
get myself here.
A sore finger. Oh, you sook. Says the big burly blacksmith.
I've been swinging a hammer all day.
Yeah, well, okay. So I want to say I really do thank Marty for coming in, although we're both a bit tired tonight. We're committed to actually doing this, and we love working together. And he very graciously comes and helps me with this, because by myself I probably wouldn't make as much sense at all.
You know what it is, don't you?
What?
I just love to shit stir you.
You can't say shit.
And-
I mean,
Well, I just love to stir you up. All right, so I can't say that other word.
is it my turn to draw a card? It's because it's for Sarah. Is it my turn or your turn?
Yeah, it's your turn. Ladies first.
Sarah Marie Joyce. Whoa. Okay.
Now, we had a few flip out that time.
Oh,
Look at them all over the place.
I have to go under the table. And goodness me. That one's the one that landed on the table, but there's like so many cards here. Right, you need to draw a rune so we can.
You know what?
What?
I'm not the only one with horns.
Where? What ones? I'm trying to concentrate here.
Sorry.
I'm being a fool.
Oh, tell you what, the rune of strength.
Yeah.
So, Sarah Marie, obviously there's a situation at the moment that will be drawing a little bit telling on you, and the runes are telling me that you need to have strength. Okay, you need to, be strong and do what you have to do for the future. Okay.
That resonates with what landed under the table. So it suggests that it's here because I pulled it out from under the table, but perhaps it didn't want to be known. However, the big message of this one, which is Queen of Fire, Queen of Wands in the original pack, and she is a glorious being, the Queen of Fire. She's confident, she's warm, she's intelligent, and she's graceful. And what that is saying is don't underestimate yourself, which is exactly what you're doing. You're underestimating yourself. The Queen of Fire, she is as independent and as creative as you can get. She loves to stretch her wings and fly, and this is the type of energy you need to tap into right now.
So yeah, be strong. Don't let yourself get pushed around. Take control of the situation.
Don't let anybody clip those wings, because pretty much the Queen of Fire has it all. Yeah.
The worst thing is to have your wings clipped, because why run around on the ground when you can soar like an eagle and let you chill out?
Yeah, and the fact that she dived under the table, like she flipped out so forcefully, and then she dived under the table. suggests to me that you're hiding your talents and you're hiding.
We're going to have to wrap things up for tonight, folks.
We are. The hour is up, and I know we haven't got to so many of you, but hopefully we'll catch you next time because we will be on next week at the same time.
Yep.
And if not, you can connect with me on the Connecting with Clarity page. And I am on there pretty much every day. So yes, have a look at the coffee that's posted each day. And
if anything comes up, you know, Michelle and I sometimes get together and collaborate on readings. So
yep. And we have a winner for tonight. So I just have to scroll back up because I actually had a number. We had a number here for our winner tonight. So it was just that number comment.
Yep.
But I seem to be frozen.
Very quickly because we're out of time. And the second comment right there.
Oh, I think you've still got a little bit more to go. It's just probably, it's slow. The internet's slow. It's just taking a while to catch up, I think. See? There's more to go.
Well,
Keep
did
going.
you ever think that may be a sign? That maybe if it's stopping here, we should pick a certain number down from where it stopped?
Did you ever think the fact that you're wearing horns is a sign?
So it's not going to go anymore. We're going over time.
That's okay.
So,
all right. So our winner tonight is Adele Higgins. Okay. So I'm writing that down.
Adele?
So Adele, if you are still on,
you
I
want
will.
a free reading.
I will try to inbox you, or someone will try to inbox you. Can I write a message on there?
You can. Look at that.
Adele Higgins, you are the winner. Whoops. Of a 30-minute reading with Connecting with Clarity. Dunsky.
All you've got to do is get onto the Connecting with Clarity page and contact Miss Clarity here.
Yep.
And we'll take it from there.
Yep. And thank you so much for all coming on tonight. And there's so many of you, and we only got through a few of you. But I hope that our messages resonated, and we look forward to seeing you again.
Certainly do.
Next Sunday.
This has been a lot of fun. Tammy, you didn't miss a card. We didn't manage to get to you, but keep watching. Chances are that we'll be able to do something, run a card for you over time while we're doing the show.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I'm going to keep a list there of what we've done and and we'll go from there. So.
Yeah.
Thank you for all your beautiful messages and all your beautiful hearts. Thank you so much, and we so enjoy it.
And for those of you looking for readings, once again, if you go to the Connecting with Clarity page, you can get a reading from Miss Clarity to find out something about or information about your questions.
Absolutely. So if you go on and you see something in the coffee and you comment, then I will comment something back to you.
Or you can actually book a private reading.
You can, and you can book that through the page.
Yeah.
So
anyway, we've got to wrap it up because we're running over time.
We are. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much, everybody.
And we will see you next week.
Yep.
Hopefully with better lighting.
Hopefully I'll have my horns still.
Hopefully I'll get them back. Hopefully I'll get my horns back. Good night.
Good night, folks. Bye.